Welcome back to the Jacksonville Buzz. I'm Steve Strunk. This morning, we have Dr. Michael Kowalski from Acupuncture and Holistic Health Center. Good morning.
Good morning.
Did I say it right?
You did.
Perfect. Meeting's over. Doctor, tell us a little bit about what is the Acupuncture and Holistic Health Center.
We provide acupuncture services and holistic health care services to our patients. And we have a wide range of services that we offer, including massage therapy and nutritional counseling and herbal medicine and some homeopathic medicine also.
So in today's modern medicine, a lot of people are looking for an alternative that doesn't answer with a pill. You guys provide those services.
We do.
What is it that's changed in the way that people are receiving medical treatment that has led to this holistic movement, whether it's acupuncture, wellness, massage, natural herbal supplements versus the way it's always been?
I think conventional medicine does a wonderful job of treating acute conditions. However, many people suffer with chronic conditions, which are not being helped enough such that they feel that they've received a solution to their problems with their chronic condition. And holistic medicine, especially acupuncture, is so non-invasive and safe to use and very effective at treating chronic conditions.
I've had acupuncture done a few times, and to be honest with you, the first time I was terrified of the concept. You know, I've got this vision in my head that I'm going to look like a porcupine, right? You guys are going to stab me with a javelin, and right between my eyes, and that's going to cure my headache because it removed my brain. However, which is whatever's left of it, what I discovered was one, the needles. I'm terrified of needles. My mom was a vampire. She took blood and studied it for hospitals. So I grew up in that area. The needles are very small, like the size of a human hair small.
Yes.
When I've had chronic knee problems from playing sports. I've had all kinds of different stuff. How does an acupuncture needle that's the size of a human hair stuck into my knee or here, how does a needle going in here help migraines? I think that one's over here.
That is over there.
It is over.
Very good.
Headaches, right? Headaches are here. How does a needle going
headaches.
into this little meaty part between my thumb and index finger help me not have a migraine?
So all of these acupuncture points are connected to meridian lines of energy flow that go back to your organs and also traverse the body in different ways. What you're pointing to here is large intestine 4, number 4 point on the large intestine meridian, which goes to the large intestine, also going all the way up to your sinus cavity. And for people, for example, who have sinus type of headaches, this point would be very helpful because it's going to open up the whole channel of energy flow and clear your sinuses. And of course, they're bilateral, so the point goes to both sides of your nose.
Yes, it's interesting because there's been a couple times when I was doing the acupuncture treatment that like literally they got me over here and I felt it in my toe. It's like, okay, well, we're going to put this one right behind your ear, and next thing you know, my toes tingling. So people that are looking for alternatives to wellness that's not necessarily a traditional acute treatment for medicine, what would you recommend for somebody going, you know what, I don't know if this is for me? How would they best understand what you do to add value, and how would they connect with you to understand if they might be a patient?
So the root cause of the problem is what we're always seeking to find and to treat. And I think that's a very important key in holistic medicine. That's one of the principles of treatment in holistic medicine, is that we're not just trying to palliate your symptoms. For example, you mentioned about the colon 4, the large intestine 4 point, and headaches. That point would be used by me in a whole treatment to get to the root cause of the problem. So that could be an energy imbalance somewhere else,
right,
that's causing the headaches. So we look to find what is the root cause of whatever the patient's problem is, and we're going to treat that. And over time, over a course of a few treatments, we're going to get to the root cause and not only make that symptom better for a short time, but make it better for a very long term.
And for the folks that have needle sensitivity, like maybe somebody on this side of the table, you don't stab them with a javelin. These little teeny tiny needles. Now, one question I do have that I always found fascinating. If it needs to go on my knuckle, there's not a whole lot of place a needle can go on that.
Well, there aren't any points on the knuckle.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, the points are mainly in fleshy parts of your body, and the points are not painful.
Right.
Acupuncture is very, as I said before, non-invasive. It's also not, I think, what people consider what it feels like to have a needle in conventional medicine, where they're going to get a shot or
Right.
an injection or something like that. Even drawing blood.
Right.
Their needles are much thicker than our needles, and so because the needle is so fine, it's like going into a pore in your skin.
Right. You don't even feel it. Like I didn't.
You really barely feel it.
The only thing I felt when I was doing it, and I'll speak to my knees, because I have knees that have just been shredded from years of playing soccer, and I, of course, have the braces and I have this and I have that and all the stuff, right, to keep my, from falling over. And they're like, well, how's your knee? And I'm like, that's okay. And they're like, I never really thought about it. And they did the acupuncture bit on the knee, and I think, I don't know, I counted it, because what I do, I count things. I think it was like 19 needles,
Wow.
in there. And the interesting part is, if you think about the knee, right, there's not a whole lot of fleshiness. There's stuff there, but it's not just a knuckle. But, there's not a whole lot of stuff in there. And, I'm a thin guy, so there's not a whole lot extra there. And so what was interesting is I didn't actually feel the needle go in. What I felt was whenever they got the little spot, the meridian, it was like, oh, it actually felt pretty good.
Yes.
So, and I'm sitting there because I'm all freaking out about the needle thing, and I'm all fixated on that. But it wasn't about the needle. It was about the pressure point, and it was about the fact when it bing, you could feel it, and you're like, oh my God, that feels fabulous. And, it wasn't a scalpel, which is kind of cool. Okay, if people want to find out more about your practice or about you, what's the best way for them to connect, to understand more about what you do, or if they want to become a patient, or at least check you out?
Visit our website, number one, www.treatrootcause.com, like you're treating a patient at the root cause of their problem. Okay. So treatrootcause.com. And also they can call us 904-296-9545. And that's our office phone number, and they can ask any questions, and we'll be happy to get back to them with answers. If it's of a technical nature, I'll be happy to call them back myself.
As the doctor.
Yes.
That's right. We got the team, though, to handle the scheduling stuff.
Got the team to handle the schedule stuff, yes.
So as we take this away, what's the one thing that you could tell people that are struggling in their own health journey that they can do to help themselves by coming and doing holistic?
I think it's a journey, as you said, and I think it's a process of healing that people who are not getting the help that they need through whatever means they've already tried, don't give up. Don't stop short of getting the answers you need and getting the solutions you need to your healthcare issues. And very often, acupuncture can be a very useful and effective way of getting to the end of this journey, or at least way further on the journey to good health.
Well, thank you for joining us today and giving us some perspective on holistic medicine. I really appreciate that. Guys, thanks for joining us on the Jacksonville Buzz. If you like us, share us, and remember, live with gratitude.